My 31F, BF 32M, said he wanted to marry me while we were having sex a few days ago but nothing since. Should I take it seriously? Main question is the title. We were in the middle of having sex and I guess it felt really good because he said, "I want to marry you." He and I have never discussed getting married. We've been official for about 9 months, living together for 6 months, known each other 3 years and dated unofficially/situationship for a good bit of last year, too. So I have reason to think maybe he is serious, but I really can't tell for sure. I am afraid to bring it up because I am still processing my own feelings and what I even want myself. I feel like it's too soon to be talking about getting married, but at the same time, I know I could see us being together for a long time/always. We have had our share of ups and downs and it makes it hard on me to have a solid idea yet on whether I want to marry him or not. I don't want to ask if he was serious because I don't want him to ask me how I feel about it yet for the reasons mentioned above. Should I take it seriously right now or wait until he says something else/brings it up again? The only reason I question it really is just because it was while we were having sex, and I told him even right then, if you want to talk about it, we should when we're not in the middle of having sex. Also, we've only been officially together for 9 months, despite our past together, and only living together for about 6. It just seems too soon for him to be serious about it. TLDR, BF said he wants to marry me during sex the other day, which he never has any other time. Should I consider that he is being serious or brush it off for now? Update, after some comments made here, I gently brushed on it with him today and he said he was being serious and he meant it. It is not something we are going to actively plan yet, but I did get an answer straight from him today, which is awesome. At 6 months my now husband kept saying things like this in the heat of the moment. I'd laugh and say no you don't and continue. He's always act like he never said anything, i.e., I love you so much, I'm gonna marry you, I can't wait for our forever. I didn't push it. Inside I was obviously super happy, but I just let things advance slowly and naturally. We just got married a few days ago and it was the most magical night of my life. He may not be like my husband, but I've found that it's pretty easy to slip up and say things out loud when you think them in your head so often. That was our case. I think if he wasn't impaired/intoxicated there's probably some truth to it, but only time will tell. Good luck. No, just carry on with life. People talk shit while having sex. Just wait till he brings it up. I think if you aren't ready to have a conversation about where the relationship is headed, you don't have to bring it up. You feel like it could be a long-term thing, so just wait and see how you feel. This isn't the only time to have a conversation about whether you're interested in marriage. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years. And when we have sex and it's really good he always says he's gonna marry me. Take it as a compliment, but nothing too serious. I wish he would propose but we are only 22 lol. Either way if I was you I'd take it as a huge compliment. It means you make him feel so good and even though it's coming out of his lips it means he's thinking of you long term, not short term. Hopefully. You answered your own question. Don't want to ask if he was serious because I don't want him to ask me how I feel about it yet for the reasons mentioned above. There's no need to force a conversation. Just let it go, and enjoy your relationship as it continues to deepen and evolve. 45 meters, just found a text message between her, 42F, and her best friend's husband. So I had my girlfriend's phone because mine was dying and I was waiting for a FaceTime call from my son and a therapist. I texted the therapist with my number and put my phone on charge. Just wanted to give you the background of me having her phone. During the FaceTime with my son a text message kept popping up from Chris C and I would just scroll the message up and I continued the FaceTime. When it ended up looked at her messages and opened the one from Chris. The text said hey there sexy then miss you with a kissy face. I went back in the messages to see what the hell was going on. It was all flirty in my opinion. Stuff like happy Mother's Day sexy and can't wait to take you out. She replied hey handsome. They had some small talk then it went back to flirting like we should get it on. I need some love then with a kissy face. Then my girl replied with hearts we all need some love and love bug. She calls me love bug BTW. Then it was she's out of surgery I'll let you know when she's awake. We should get together while she's out cold and have some fun with a kissy face and hearts. She replied we would need more than an hour lol. You know that sexy with a kissy face. It goes on and on. Then nothing for months. And happy Father's Day you handsome dad, he says thank you sexy. How's my other favorite girl doing? She answers just watching TV and thinking of you with a kissy face and hearts. Keep in mind I live with my girlfriend, so this is all going on while we are together. Then he says I got to get you out one night with a devil face and kissy face. She replies just for one night lol. Some more bullshit small talk, then nothing goes on until what I saw today. I called her out and she tells me it's her best friend's husband for like 20 years and they always joke around like that and tease his wife about it, and he shows her the texts and they all laugh. I'm not fucking laughing and don't find any of it funny. Now since I brought it up it's all my fucking fault. Why did I look in her phone? I don't trust her. It's just a joke, it doesn't mean anything. His wife, her best friend, knows all about it and it's all in fun and a big joke and it's all on me now. So she's not talking to me and spun it on me, so I'm the bad guy and she did nothing wrong, and I asked if she finds any of that wrong or disrespectful and she just said it's a joke. It's nothing at all. I'm pretty fucking heated and not sure where to go from here. I have nowhere to go, so I can't leave. Can't leave even for the night. No car at the moment, so I can't go anywhere. Just fucking stuck here brewing, sitting outside smoking cigarettes. Any advice? Thanks for listening. Too long didn't read. Found flirty text messages on my girlfriend's phone. She sees nothing wrong with it. Even if his wife knows about this, you're perfectly fine being upset with them joking like that, because that sounds like a total cop-out response. If his wife knew about it then so should you. But she hadn't told you until you found out on your own, so clearly something isn't adding up there. That's what I'm thinking. If it's all one big joke then why wasn't I in on this joke? It's nothing, she says. So if it's nothing then why be so defensive and spin it on me? It's now all on me and she doesn't have time for my high school bullshit. They got caught and she's deflecting. It's exactly what it looks like. Contact the wife. I'm on it. Thanks for the reply. Don't let her pass it off as a joke, because it's definitely not. I'm one of those people who always give people the benefit of the doubt and won't leave until I have proof. If you're like that then just call her best friend and ask her about it. I can almost guarantee that it's not a joke and that guy's wife doesn't know about it either. Even if you don't want to leave her for doing that, you should leave her anyways because of her reaction. Don't let her spin it on you. It's pretty disrespectful of her, and under the circumstances I'd say it makes sense you snooped after seeing those kinds of suspicious messages. I definitely wouldn't be okay with my man talking to any other woman, never mind a best friend's spouse, like that, especially it happening for so long and behind my back. I feel like she knew you'd be reluctant to be okay with it, so she lied by omission, which is also on her. She didn't even want to take your boundaries into consideration because engaging in this behavior is more important to her than your feelings of relationship, respect, trust, and security. Don't be gaslit. You did trample a boundary, but I don't think you did it out of insecurity or control, etc. Does her best friend really know? I'm skeptical. I really didn't, and I know looking at the text was wrong, but I was like, who is this guy and why does he keep texting her? My FaceTime call was only 30 minutes, so after I sat for a minute then was like, let's see what this guy Chris wanted. Make her prove his wife knows about it. Call her and ask on speaker with all four. Good idea. I'm so fucking heated right now. Just trying to calm down. I, 28M, love my wife, 28F, a lot, but sometimes I hate her for no reason. I get repelled, but don't even know why. It's this normal? We have been married for 2 years and I love her, respect her, value her, and she's very important in my life. But sometimes for no reason, I am literally repelled from her, both emotionally and physically. The strange thing is that it's for no particular reason. After some time or a day, it becomes normal. I don't know why it happens. It's this normal. It's this weird. Any suggestions to identify the cause and solve it are welcomed. Thanks. Too long didn't read. I hate my wife sometimes for a short episode even though at a broader picture nature. I love her a lot. Why? Edit, update. After reading all the comments, I thought hard for a couple of days and it was very difficult to go deep. I feel it could be due to a combination of multiple things but in different proportions. This pandemic making me frustrated a lot and my subconscious finding an easy target to blame someone and feel that I am escaping. Could be some hidden or suppressed resentment for things I thought I have forgiven but actually not really, and I don't even know what. Some aspects of myself or her in the relationship that I am still rejecting subconsciously. But since I know that there's something that needs to be addressed, I'm in a better position to tackle it. Thank you so much, Reddit community. I think this is completely normal. I am sometimes overcome with a profound sense that my husband is my mate, that I am safer and stronger and better to have him in my life. But occasionally, every once in a while, he can't even breathe right. I don't want to look at him, I don't want to talk to him about what's for dinner, I don't want to be in the same space with him. It's not because he's doing anything wrong, but because we share a space all the time. He's in my bed at night, he's in my kitchen in the morning. I share my checking account and the covers with this one person always. 99% of the time that's great, 1% of the time I feel overwhelmed and unhappy, and that's how life is. You can do two things about it. 1. Get some space. Take a walk, go for a drive, run an errand, sit in a park. You need a break and you'll feel 1000x better if you just get a moment of distance from everything. 2. Slow all the way down and try to figure out what that irritation is and try to soothe it a little. Common triggers for me might be reaching the limit of my executive function and my ability to make decisions, or being really irritated with someone else taking advantage of me, or not having a plan for how to move forward on something important. Those are really high stress things and oftentimes it comes out misdirected, and I have to step back and figure out what's driving that feeling and ask for what I need. I take space so I don't explode without cause, and I find if I think about it I realize that it's not really about my husband but about a ball of emotion inside me that's coming out at him because of insert stressful thing here. I call this I can't even with your FaceTime, and it usually signals that my partner has come up against the limits of my introversion, which takes him a long time to do, but it happens. I would get this way with people, my dog, who I love more than anything, you name it. And it took me way too long to realize that when I feel that way it's because a migraine is starting. It's the strangest thing, but ever since I put 2 and 2 together, it's been a life changer. So perhaps there's a physical/medical reason for you feeling this way? I'd quite like a bit of info here. When you're repelled by her, what do you see? Do you see someone who requires time, attention and emotional and mental energy that in the moment you maybe just don't want to deal with? Someone who needs you in a needy kind of way? Overall, do you find it draining to be around her? Most importantly, do you feel this way with other people? Do you feel like you have to perform a role like husband, lover or friend? What do your needs look like when this happens? Are you stressed after work, hungry or tired? When you're attracted to her and enjoy her company, is it just when your needs are met? Do you get bored of I'm 100% into this relationship, this is the woman for me? Lots of questions there to identify why you feel this way. You might think there's no reason, but it's difficult to pin down an emotional reaction sometimes.